By the way, DrDisrespect is in fact singing in this video.
Did we confirm that?
That's confirmed. I'm confirming it right now.
You're
It's the most
confirming.
electric man in streaming entertainment. Welcome to Super Play at 368. We are back again Thursday, 7 p.m. Gaming's late night show right now. We're here with, come on now. You know who this is right now. This man, the man with the dreads, the man with the power, the man with the spectacles, writer extraordinaire, my co-host, Bijan Steven. Bijan, how you doing, Bijan?
It's been a long day, Gabe. I'm not going to lie to you, but it is July 16th. I just learned that because I just looked at the date. How's everybody doing? Gabe, how are you doing? How was your day?
I'm doing great. We had a lot of things happen in past couple of days. We also had a very surprise gift from DrDisrespect that we'll talk about later.
Yes, we will get to that. I think we have a clip. We got the clip.
We got some juicy deets. But other than that,
we don't have any juicy deets, but we do have.
Come on. I know you got leaks, bro. I know you got leaks.
I don't have leaks, but I got speculation.
Bro, you know better than Rod does, bro. You got the real leaks.
I don't know about that. Rod is doing his thing. We're part of the same ecosystem. I feel like we can talk about his tweet later about just trolling everybody who ran that story.
Yeah.
But let's get into the news. We got some news, right?
Oh yeah. We got a lot of news. We got some news.
There's a lot of news. Yeah. So as all of you probably already know, but if you don't, guess what? Fucking Paper Mario and Ghost of Tsushima are both coming out tomorrow. Get excited. Gabe, are you getting either of those games?
Ghost of Tsushima got me excited when I first saw it when they debuted it last year, and I was like, all right, I could probably get behind this. More than likely, probably not gonna get it just because I don't really think I want to invest any time in that game right now. Paper Mario, I mean, this is not a new Paper Mario, this is just like a re-release. Nintendo dipping into the nostalgia bucket yet again, as always. Probably not. I mean, I played it when I was a kid. I don't need to play it again. Like, it's not unique, but it's interesting. Besides that, like, since we're speaking about Mario, people will spend money on Mario, Bijan.
Yes, so much money.
Like, you want to talk about how much money this person spent that we're talking about?
Yeah, so there was a rare Super Mario Brothers game that was auctioned off. The auction in itself brought in over $700,000, but the game for $114,000 for a rare unopened copy of a classic video game we all know and love, Super Mario Brothers. The cartridge was originally released in 1985, came out for NES, we all know it. But that's so much fucking money. Who knew? Unopened.
For freaking Super Mario Brothers, man. I just don't. It's not like it's signed or anything like that. It's like, what? I mean, I get it. It was an auction to raise money for something. So clearly, like, we're coming in with big dollars at this auction. I think the best Super Mario Brothers 2. I think a lot of people would know that, but just the first, I was like, it's okay. I mean, like, look, I think that Nintendo, I know this is another conversation, has nothing to do with what we're saying right now. I need Nintendo to make new IP, please, or release Mega Man Legends 3 while we're on the subject.
Look, I feel like they're gonna do it. I trust Nintendo. I feel like they rarely miss.
They ain't making.
I don't know. I love them. They started out making card games. Now they're making video games. They started from the bottom, and now they are here.
There's still more like Mario news that also happened. Like Mario 64 somehow to this day is still being played.
Oh yeah. There was a guy a YouTuber who recently modded a Kinect and a trampoline to play Mario 64. Like, do you remember, Gabe? Did you ever watch the video with the half A presses?
No, I did not.
Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know of it. I just didn't see it.
Okay. This is like the evolution of the half A press, but it's just like a half A jump. Zune, do we have a clip of that? Can we get that on the show? All right. What?
Was that a yeah?
I heard something.
Zune? Huh?
Oh, that's a yes.
That's a yes. Okay, we got a DM. All right, she's setting up. Give her a second. She's got a transition. The burp. It's like, all the brain power that's going into creating the. Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh, you see it?
Oh my god. Oh my.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
I gotta click. Oh shit. Okay.
Wait. So is he full walking? Oh no, he still has to use a controller for it though. It's not entirely based on the trampoline.
But all of it, I mean, it's a Kinect, so it's like he mapped it, so like all of his movements. That's fucking
my
sick. That is
God.
sick. Legend.
Dude, you know, it blows my mind the level of intelligence that gets applied to these little things. But if these people were to just apply their brain to like science,
What
like
do you?
so,
This is science. That is
this is
science, bro.
not science. It's like I remember the dude who did he rigged up was it God, what's the name of that game that came out? Death Stranding. He rigged it up to his treadmill and he was actually with like a full kit, a bag, everything, being that Norman Reedus character on a treadmill and living that life. And I was like, damn, these people get so creative with what they're doing and how they sync all these things up. Like too much time. Too much time on people's hands.
I do have to say, I feel like, and this is a wild theory, but I do feel like this is like the legacy of Mythbusters. Also, shouts to
yes.
Grant Harris family, rest in peace. But yeah, I mean, like everybody's making this cool stuff, and it's like clearly the legacy of that specific show, because that's all they did was they like made really dumb, cool solutions to problems that didn't really exist, which is basically video games. But yeah, I think we have one more piece of Mario news, which is that Lego stepped into the ring. They finally made an NES that you can build out of Lego bricks, and you can make a little physical Mario guy and just sort of like hop on stuff in your little in your CRT that you build. It's great.
I'm waiting for them to figure out, because like when Nintendo came out with their Nintendo Labo, which I think was the most innovative thing they did, like it would have been cool if somehow, some way Lego figured out how to make an NES you can like set up to play. Like if they if there was like actual like type of wiring or stuff in the Legos that let you put cartridges in, that would be cool. Because like that Labo was dope. But look at this, right? Like I'm seeing the video right now. Dude, that looks literally exactly like it. Like I if you're not looking at it close enough, you're like, damn, that's actually NES. Look at this.
$114,000.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was about to say right now,
it's a callback, dude. Gabe. It's a callback. It's fine.
Callback to the original headline. But look, oh my God. Okay,
you know, somebody you just know somebody's gonna stick a Raspberry Pi in there and actually make it an emulator. You just like, it's looking at this.
I got a couple friends who do that all the time. You know, they would just emulate everything and mod everything. But that's pretty cool. I mean, hey man, Lego been around for forever. You know, real world Minecraft.
Real world Minecraft. You can't beat the classic.
Cannot. They birthed everything. There was it's funny, there was a video, just to bring it up. It's not even going to be shown up here.
Go for it.
I was watching on Instagram, and this girl, she asked her husband, she was like, if we got a divorce, if we got a divorce, what are two things you would take, right? And he was like, my Lego set and my Xbox One, because you don't get to have those, right? And she was like, so you wouldn't take me? And he was like, baby, he's like, why would I take you if we're getting a divorce?
Yeah, that's what?
But what I can take is my Lego set, the vintage 1985 Darth Vader with the cape. I am taking that. And it's like, for some reason, that just made me think of that moment of that dude sweating over this vintage Lego set because he wants the Darth Vader with the cape. But anyway, I just had to bring that up.
Oh, you know what I should do, actually? I should make a small announcement. Everyone who's subbed to our channel, look at your emotes. That's right. We got new ones. We got more. It's not just Gabe face.
It's Bijan face.
I'm there.
Can we get a Bijan spam in the chat?
Yeah, let's get some spam. I want to see emote spam. Also, I think, don't we have a super late thing now? Like we have a super late
we do have super late emotes. We do have GG emotes.
Oh man, I look like Trihex.
Yeah, but that's the face you use for almost everything anyway. That's
I know.
That's good for you right there, right?
It's great.
We also had some news around Halo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, it's funny because like we're talking about old games and vintage games. Halo 3 is a vintage game now. It's been forever. But Halo 3 has finally arrived on PC. Folks, you can play Halo 3 on PC if that's your bag. 343 also for the occasion added one new skull, which is like those cheat thing. If you've played Halo, anyway, you grab the skull and you can do cool things. Anyway, the skull lets people fly. So you can fly around in Halo. It's great. Halo 1 and 2 have skulls also. People are still playing these games. I don't know. I feel like I see a lot of this on Twitch actually. Just the Master Chief Collection seems very, very popular. I see streams of this all the time.
I mean, Halo was the biggest game of like the past generation. Well, not the past generation.
Yeah, it's too back.
Yeah. I'm still thinking we're not in technically next gen yet. So I'm thinking of like the previous gen. But yeah, no, I mean that was like probably the biggest game of my life. I know a lot of people. It was a game that changed gaming and made like blockbuster, like like selling games a real thing. And, you know, the midnight release experience tied to Halo was always crazy. I have countless stories. And it was funny because speaking about Halo, we're bringing back Weekly Wholesome. We haven't talked about it that often, but there was like some. Go ahead. You want me to take it? You want
No,
to
I said go on. I'm enjoying this. You're doing your thing. Let's do it.
All right. So speaking of, because I am a Halo fan, a Halo nerd. So part of Weekly Wholesome this week, the Halo developers shared stories of Halo 3 and how it changed their lives. With Halo 3 now on PC, as Bijan just said before, developers tell stories of building relationships through the game, playing the pastime in the military, and more. And GameSpot had a piece on it, and they went on to say, everyone who enjoys Halo probably has their own story about what Halo 3 meant to them. And this includes developers from 343 Industries, the new stewards of Halo after Bungie stopped making the games. After taking over the franchise from Bungie 2007, 22 developers from 343 Industries shared with us the memories of Halo 3 and why it was so special to them. You can check out the piece over on GameSpot. I'm pretty sure we don't have a trailer or anything like that.
No, I don't think so.
No video.
But I do want to ask you, Gabe, on this note, like what did Halo 3 mean to you?
So I mean, for Halo, I got into Halo, of course, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3. Whenever a new Halo came out, and I've told the story before, but like me and my brothers and my friends, we would all get together, we would get pizza, we would stay up, play LAN parties. It was like my first real experience with LANing and having that LAN experience. And we would just grind all night. It would be doofy challenges like, oh no, you can't beat me, you can't do this. We would like grind legendary mode all night and run through that. And I mean, Halo was, besides Street Fighter, the first game I ever played competitively. And I would go to tournaments and all that and compete in there and win some of them here and there. And like, I mean, Halo kind of really birthed, I think, modern esports, because you had MLG and game battles.
That's true. Yeah.
It was the big, like, yeah, there were StarCraft tournaments and stuff like that. But in terms of like pop culture, like people who were watching it, because Halo was that big pop culture crossover game. You know, people think of like Final Boss, Time T Squared, Walshy, all those guys. It was, dude, it was an amazing time. I always say that that's the one part I miss about that era of gaming versus now, just because the way nature, like, games get given out now, it's not like a physical copy anymore. Most people just do digital. There's no real like midnight release experiences anymore. There's no like crazy party at like 42nd Street. When I remember when Gears of War 2 came out, or 3, there was like a ridiculous party at the Best Buy theater. It was a whole big freaking extravaganza. It was a tournament. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. And I miss that, because that was such a fundamental experience with me in these games, especially on Xbox. But yeah, dude, like, you know, I haven't picked it up yet. Well, I do have Master Chief Collection. I just haven't downloaded Halo 3 yet. But I'm definitely gonna get into some campaign. I think that campaign is one of the best ones ever. And yeah, I mean, dude, that game. Without that game, I wouldn't be me. Okay.
You wouldn't be, it wouldn't be you. Okay.
No, would it be
Halo mean? That's what Halo means to Gabe. Yeah, no, I mean, that game was amazing. I had similar experiences, like playing with my brother and our friends, and just, you know, that was actually, I remember the thing I remember the most actually is Halo 3 was the first time I started playing games online with people.
Yeah.
And like Xbox Live was lit. It was the place. And I remember like, you know, like I was like, oh damn, there's a whole world of other people out there who are actually very good at this game. Like, and then I was like, oh, I could get better too. But wow, this is a whole thing. Because I mean, I grew up in a small town in Texas, and so I didn't really we didn't really have that many people around who were into this stuff, because it was still like sort of nerdy to be into video games.
You know, it was so funny. To piggyback a little bit more on the Halo thing. So for Halo 3, when it came out, I had went to my my dad's house, right, and he had bought me the Master Chief Halo 3 edition for Christmas. And I was like, oh, I opened that thing up. I'm like, same thing. First experience with online gaming. Now, the thing that also made me laugh a lot, thinking about it now, my good friend Devontae, what we would do, because at the time, Microsoft didn't really cap how many free gold one-of-one trials you can make on Xbox Live. We would keep making new accounts and stomp on people and lower. We had smurfing. We were smurfing at like 15, playing Halo, jumping into arenas and just skamazing people, just trying to get the highest rank possible. And dude, that stuff was always so funny. And what always made me laugh is that there was always someone in my high school, and I'm gonna think of like Michael. They would always talk so much like, you're not good at Halo. You're not good at Halo. And then they would, you gotta go skamaz them real quick. And I'm not like, dude, like, I'm doing this while you're sleeping. I'm up. You know, it's like the bad guys don't take a day off, buddy. But yeah, no, like, dude, it's just like, man, so many good memories. So many good memories.
Yeah, we love Halo. That's the 368 super late position. Anyway, I think it's time for a segment we haven't done in a while. other than Weekly Wholesome, which is trailer time, the time where we watch trailers together with you, the viewers.
Trailer time.
Zoom, can we roll a clip?
Well, yeah, but you didn't even say what the trailer is.
Yeah.
You just
Oh yeah, I was just like, yeah, we could just. I'm reading this. All of you can read this too. No, so the trailer is the launch trailer for Rocket Arena, which is a new like arena shooter that only has rockets.
Yeah, from EA.
Which from EA. I'm really into it. It comes out. It came out 2 days ago. I've seen some of this on Twitch. Like I feel like people have been streaming a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I think.
I love this animation. We have the trailer up right now that we're seeing. It's very Pixar, Disney-esque kind of thing. I love this kind of style.
Cute.
Look at this with the little. I can't even hear it. I can't.
Yeah.
Maybe because I have Zoom muted. Maybe I don't even know.
No, we're in the back end, bro.
Oh, we're in the back.
We're in too deep. We're in too deep.
But just so you know, this game is a 3v3 shooter, I believe. It's not it's like half the squad size of a normal thing. It's meant to be fast paced. Yo, she got the Lululemons on. Okay. EA bringing in the Lululemons.
Gabe,
let's
please.
go.
Gabe, please. Do not call the cartoon woman thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, please, Gabe.
I mean, I'm noticing a trend here with these character models, man. Thicker than a Snickers.
Anyway,
so she's jumping into a rock uniform.
This game looks really fun. It looks like, I don't know. I think they're going for like the esport market. You know what I mean? It's like jumping around, shooting rockets. Holy shit! She just
that's dope.
She did that, huh?
Yeah, she just kind of switched into her Harley Quinn gimmick. Let's see what's happening. Okay, here we go. Now we got some actual gameplay coming right now.
Dude, we got rocket jumps. Yeah,
this game looks hype as hell. It's like just a lot of jumping around. Like recently, a new game came out. By the way, before I begin to what I was going to say, next week on Wednesday, GG will be happening, and they'll be covering Rocket Arena. We'll also be giving out codes to play Rocket Arena. Rocket Arena retails for $30. We got a whole bunch of codes that we're going to be giving out. So definitely tune in next week if you want to get a free code to play Rocket Arena with the girls. That'll be up there for you to play. But I was going to say,
Holly's in chat right now.
Holly, promote your show, baby. But it's interesting, like this form of movement, right? How it's like all over the place. They're flying through the air. Apex kind of pioneered this when they first came out. When it was like a whole new.
I would say Titanfall did.
Yes.
Yes. Like that multiplayer was sick.
Yeah. And EA owns the studio. I mean, Respawn made Apex, so it's like then they made Titanfall. So it's like a perfect thing right there.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I'm like a sucker for games that have like interesting movement, because it's just like, I don't know, like there are only so many times you can reinvent the first person shooter. You know what I mean? Like, it's locked in. Like we've already figured out like how much more you're gonna add. I mean, it's great. Halo 3, we figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out years ago. But it's great to see that, because recently another game came out called Hyperspace or Hypespace. I always forget the name. And same thing, like ridiculous movement, jumping around. It's really exciting to watch. So it's good to see, like, I think that games are getting kind of dry. Like I look at Valorant gameplay and I'm like, it's not as exciting as CSGO. And then I see this and I'm like, okay, I can see how if an esports scene comes out for this, how this could be like ridiculously hype.
It is. I mean, it does sort of beg the question, like, how do you capture that in like video? And like when you're watching it, like, what does that look like if you're watching competitive play? Because a lot of jumping around and stuff means a lot of like hard camera angles to try and figure out.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. I feel like for example, like Fortnite has been doing this really well. In all of the like big tournaments, you can like when like I think when the official account is broadcasting, you see like they have this view of everybody on the screen and you see people building in real time and stuff. It's really fascinating because like that's another game that like relies a lot on the 3D space, like above and below just like the first person view. Anyway, I won't go on about mechanics.
No, I just wanted to say real quick, hopefully that Overwatch and Blizzard takes note and fixes their terrible spectator sport game. Because there's nothing worse than watching an Overwatch esports.
It is
OWL game, dude. It is the worst.
So hard to watch, and yet, also, we got more stuff, don't we? We have a lot. Wow, there's a lot of news today.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the gaming industry in general.
Some things.
We got a headline: How loot box and microtransaction addiction destroys lives. An insight. So this is the thing. It's a real thing. IGN did some digging into the topic and did a really good piece and talked about how you can get addicted to loot boxes and microtransactions, because like, and this is really important because obviously every game runs on this now, right? Like Fortnite showed that it was impossibly profitable. Like the game was free to play, and like every other battle royale is now free to play because of this sort of model where it's like you expect people to to pay you money on the back end for new content.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I guess I like it. I don't know. I haven't spent any money of my own on Fortnite, but I also have like spent too many hours playing that game. I don't know. Do you spend money in microtransactions, Gabe? Are you like a
So I'm gonna be looked at. So like I have spent money on mobile games. So I'm part of the problem. Like a game like Brawl Stars, I've
okay?
bought like boxes to just like speed up certain processes. And like I've like for games like Vainglory, I've bought skins and stuff like that. I mean, microtransactions can be anything, right? I think the issue here with the microtransactions versus like a Fortnite, and I know Holly is in chat. I'm talking to you, Holly. We had a very big argument like months ago about this, where it's like, it's like how League of Legends works, right? Or Fortnite. Let me just buy the skin I want outright. Like I'll spend the 20, like in League of Legends, I have two $20 skins, God King Garen and God King Darius, right? But in Overwatch, which pioneered the loot box meta when it comes to microtransactions,
Oh my god.
I don't have that option to just buy outright. Like I would buy all the Reinhardt skins if that was an option.
Wait,
if
are you
I
a Ryan main?
Of course I'm a Ryan man. You see this
Okay.
beard? I gotta put the shield up, man.
Look. I didn't know this about you. I feel like I'm learning a lot.
But like that option is not a thing in like Overwatch and in some games, and it's you like feeding into people's gambling addiction. Like I need to keep buying these boxes so I can get that thing maybe and get a chance. And I remember Holly was talking to me and she was getting real heated about this, and she said that, oh well, you know, the artists put in all this time to like make these things and da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, but the artists don't get any of that money from those loot boxes.
Yeah,
like
they
once
get paid up front.
that's it. Like you get paid for your work and that's it. This isn't like a meritocracy. You don't get, it's not merit-based economy here.
Well, I do want to point out Kooly, our guest coming up. Just
Yes.
you know, get excited for that. It's gonna be great. He just said, I think loot boxes have kept people playing Overwatch, though. It keeps me coming back. Which that sounds right. I don't know. I mean, I think if you
that sounds like
I get it. I also quit playing Overwatch for it was just like, oh, this is so much thinking.
Really?
Also, I know, you know what I mean. I was just like, I had game fatigue.
Yeah.
Also, this is one of the blessings of having a very small PlayStation hard drive. I cannot have a lot of games on it.
You got to be
Very
selective. You got to let know like what's in there, what's not in there.
It's great.
You got to curate.
Yeah, I deleted Overwatch and now have Destiny. So that's my life.
Another microtransaction.
I know. I'm fucked, man.
At least that one's free.
Anyway, moving on. More industry news. Speaking of gaming, I think that can be our transition for everything. Speaking of gaming, Vayner Sports launches a gaming division, and they got Bugha as their first client, the Fortnite world champion. Like he won the Fortnite World Cup a year ago, and they haven't had another one since. So he's still the world champion, technically speaking.
Uncontested.
I think he's like 17 now, so he's gained 1 year of experience, which is really exciting. It's Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary and AJ Vaynerchuk, you know those guys, Vayner
boys.
Media. Yeah, so I think that's really exciting. I know it's a new development. I will say one thing that we that isn't on this run of show that I do want to talk about is Exet. Do you know about this, Gabe?
Yeah. Let's get into that. I saw Exet because Aaron announced it today, but let's just touch on the Vaynerchuk, the Vayner's game.
Aaron's
a little bit
with
more.
Exet. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. So we had a lot of news that passed in this past day, but just before we get to that, we'll go back to Vayner Gaming. Just so you know, so Vayner Gaming is a branch in the Vayner Media Company, right? And it's going to be an agency that represents gamers, for those who don't know. And you know, Bugha was their first client. Also, they've been working with him for a year. And they said that they were able to grow his social media channels and presence and influence 300%. So like now if you go to Bugha's like Instagram, he's got like 4 million followers, et cetera, et cetera. What I'm excited about is because like Gary is a pioneer in like really how to like develop yourself on like social media. Like the dude, he practices what he preaches. All his people are like, the sauce is strong at Vayner Media. What I want to see, because I think that gaming in terms of influencers and content creators and people using social media to like grow their influence hasn't really been given an upgrade. Like I feel like with Bugha, it was kind of easy, right? Because you had Fortnite World Cup champion. He's got the story. He's young as hell, and it's Fortnite. Everybody's playing Fortnite. I mean, all these kids play Fortnite. It's like a very natural social media thing that you're going to see online, right? All these partners have grown from Fortnite. So I felt like them growing him was very easy. What I want them to do is like take someone like a GM Hikaru who plays chess on Twitch and see if they can use their same principles and tactics and grow someone like him 300% from like his 20 or 40K followers to like fucking 300K, 400K, like that. Because then that'll be the proof in the pudding.
I think that I do think it's possible. I also think like it's interesting that like Loaded, etc., are now getting more competition in this like in the market for influencers, because I think the super interesting thing about FaZe Clan, 100 Thieves, etc., is that they mixed professional gaming with lifestyle branding, and this is it's like been extensively talked about before. But I think Vayner Gaming is definitely very well positioned to take another slice out of that pie. And this is also why I'm very excited about Exet, because like Exet is like a bunch of FaZe execs who are just like, no, we got to do something diverse. Let's do it. And they're locating their headquarters in Boston too. So it's like they're trying to get away from Southern California, which if you consume streaming content, then you know like a lot of the stuff is spiritually from Southern California. It's like very LA.
LA
so
and
I'm excited
Texas.
to see shouts to Aaron Ashley Simon, who is on a fucking run.
Mad announcement this week.
Man, I have seen nothing like that in a long time. I'm very happy for her. Also, we got so much news. Let's just condense it down. Let's do Henry Cavill, Disrespect, and then Kooly, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, we can't get through all of this. There's so much stuff.
All right, so then let's talk. Okay, so where you want to start? You want to start with, I mean, we have
I want to start with the big boy. Let me
big
start
boy.
With,
the huge boy.
He's so big. You know what I'm talking about, Henry fucking Cavill.
Oh, guys, hold on. What's up, Kenzie DK? How's it going? Kenzie here. If you didn't know, he dropped the 10K subs, not 10K, 10 subs to make Bijan play his ukulele. He also works with Vayner Media. Yeah, I think he's part of the Vayner Gamer team, actually, specific. Just so you know.
Welcome back. You were the first person in chat, actually. So I guess thanks for being here.
I didn't see it.
10K. If you're gonna give 10K subs, please do it.
Yeah, 10K subs.
But yeah, back to Henry Thickman Cavill. Thank you, Milo. Henry Cavill, I was trending on Twitter today, I think worldwide, because he built a gaming PC and posted a video of it on Instagram. It is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. It's just like
a music selection was. I was like, okay, Henry. Okay, Henry.
It's like you could tell it was like he was trying to fuck you through his computer.
Making love to this PC build.
I was like, what is this? Like, why is he so hot and bothered over building a PC? And also, like, it was funny. Like, my favorite part of the video was he put in a component upside down and then was like, cut to the next day and was like, yeah, I had to frag out, and then it's like then fixed it. This man's a real gamer.
The best part for me was seeing his little headlamp he had on. That's how you know he was serious about the build. He was like, And he had a GoPro and everything. Like, the dude was taking this very serious. I mean, Henry Cavill was a real gamer. I mean, he went on. I think I forgot the story was that when he got the call for Superman, he was currently raiding in WoW. So he missed the phone call and he had to call him back and be like, yo, my bad, man. I was stuck in this crazy raid. Like, the dude plays games. Like, I remember when quarantine started, he also said like, oh, like he was ready for this. He was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna hang out with my dog and play video games. Like, I'm happy with this. Maybe one day we'll get him on the show.
All I gotta say is, Henry Cavill, please come on our show.
Please
frag out with us. We'll dedicate a whole episode to just playing video games with you.
Thickamus Primus.
Thickamus Primus. Please, Thickamus Primus. And it's on you, chat, to get that to Henry Cavill. So thank you in advance for your help. Lastly, today in the news, we have DrDisrespect. Should we just run the clip and then talk about it?
Yeah, run the clip. Put it right up. No notice for Zuna. Put it up. She just got a hot potato with the clip real quick.
We can fill, but we don't need to. But
it's coming up in a second. You see what
if you so like let's do.
All right, here we go.
We don't need backstory. You guys know the fucking deal. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn on my sound for this. Hold on.
By the way, DrDisrespect is in fact singing in this video.
Did we confirm that?
That's confirmed. I'm confirming it right now. He's the most electric man in streaming entertainment. Of course he can sing.
I gotta say, I love the vaporwave aesthetics of this video.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
by the way, if you didn't know, since you're hearing the tunes right now, this is called, like, I guess, synthwave. Harris Heller, good homie, good friend. He just dropped his synthwave stream beats album. So if you're missing your DrDisrespect tunes, you can pull up Harris Heller on Spotify or wherever you get your subscription music from, and you can get some synthwave beats. Yo, this dude singing is so hilarious.
Oh man, I forgot. Oh, God, I gotta use the synthwave. So the thing about the Harris Heller beats is that they're all free to use for streamers. So
no DMCA, bro, or content creator, not just streaming.
Yeah, not just streaming. But yeah, we had him on the show. Perfect guest. What a great dude.
Yeah, love Harris.
Love him.
Yeah, this is. Oh my god.
So let's talk Guy.
Let's talk the guy.
Guy Beam. So I guess here's the PC Gamer thing. So 3 weeks ago, there's a quote from their interview that they ran today, which I think was shameful a little bit, because it was PC Gamer, Washington Post, CNN, all of these websites got this interview with DrDisrespect and sort of just ran it, and they didn't say anything. I was also offered this interview,
and what you do?
Verge, and I said no. I was like, I'm not gonna do. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, so I can't just like talk like journalistically. It's like not. It doesn't feel ethical.
Your integrity is that question right now. It's just like, am I just contributing to the noise, or are we actually talking about something?
Right, and it's like, are we getting anywhere? And also, like, I don't want to look like an asshole. Like, if something breaks, and then I'm just like, well, fuck. Like, I didn't know about that, because I did write a very large profile of DrDisrespect earlier this year.
Really fucking good. Like, people should read it. Like, dude, like there was a side of Doc that you pulled out there that was like amazing. And then you said like that interview changed everything for Doc's PR people. He was like, he only wants to do like long form interviews, none of those short ones.
This was before. I mean, obviously, this was before he got banned from Twitch.
Yeah.
So the PC Gamer quote is 3 weeks ago, Twitch banned guy DrDisrespect Beam, one of the biggest streamers on his platform. The period of silence that has followed his ban from DrDisrespect, Twitch itself, and the insiders who claim to know the real reason why he was expelled only made that situation more strange. And in that vacuum of information, speculation, and theories as to the reason why have run rampant on social media. Folks, we are part of this speculation, and we are running rampant on social media. I think, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, I honestly have no idea. I have no insight into this situation. All I know is that Twitch does not ever comment on bans for the reason why streamers get banned. Like, that is just like their policy. Second, like, I can't figure out what it must have been, you know? Like,
I know, bro. I know.
Okay.
I know, bro. The best part about this is the fact that all the journalists who are getting outed pretty much from saying, oh, for example, love you, Slasher, love you, Rod. No, I love you, man.
Yeah.
But like when he said, oh, I know why Doc was banned and I'm not going to share due to the sensitivity of the issue. Like, dude, his PR people said they don't know. Doc don't know. They haven't spoken to Twitch on that matter about that. Nobody fucking knows. So stop YouTube baiting me and Twitter baiting me. Jesus Christ, I've seen so many Leafy videos already of him baiting me. God. Anyway.
The other thing is like, it's not clear where Disrespect is going to stream. Like, it could be YouTube, it could be Facebook, it could be his own fucking website. It's like nobody knows anything. And it's weird because like, it's been a couple weeks and nothing is broken. And it's like, you know, like me and a lot of other journalists are working on this story and trying to figure out what exactly happened. And I really, truly do not believe that anybody actually knows the reason other than the people involved, because Twitch wouldn't have terminated a contract like this without like knowing like a very specifically, like there must be screenshots or a video or something, right?
All right.
There's gotta be.
We had Kenzie in the chat right now. Said, I don't think, and this goes in hand with what I think is the real reason. I don't think Mixer shut down the same week is a coincidence. Probably saw the competition gone and broke contract. Competition buying for millions. I mean, dude. I mean, we'll discuss it later.
So I know some stuff about that stuff, which I wrote about in the piece. But like, you know, Doc said he got a life-changing amount of money from Twitch. Which implies that there were other people trying to buy him, because this was also, you have to remember, this was like last year or like last August around then, because like contract negotiations take a while. Ninja had like just left Mixer, right?
Yeah.
And or left for Mixer, and like there was the streamer arms race had just started, and Doc, obviously naturally one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, was like inside of this war of money and talent. I don't think it's that Mixer's going down. I think less competition is actually bad for streamers in this specific regard, because who is going to pay you more money if like, you know, like somebody's like, okay, like if Twitch says, okay, I don't want to spend money on an exclusive contract for you, then your options are YouTube and Facebook like probably pays less because they make non-exclusive contracts, A, and B, like what if YouTube is like, I don't want to bid, like you're just like, what are you gonna do?
I mean, Ninja started the whole conversation of doing these exclusive contracts really with these streamers. I personally side in the camp that these contracts, I mean, they're great for the partners 100%, but they're not really great for the companies. Like the
companies have so much money, dude.
That's true. They can spend it 100%. Like Amazon's got more money than 3 gods. There's no reason why that can't be spent. But it's just like when you think about the value you're actually gaining, and it's like, how are you really recouping your investment? I mean, you're just paying someone to stay on your platform. Like, I feel like live streaming as a medium in terms of value, when it comes to specifically gaming, is inflated in value versus like VOD. Like, there's a reason why people to this day keep buying reruns of Wallin' Out. Like, the value of replaying Wallin' Out trumps like live streams. Like
yeah, I think we're talking about different formats.
Yeah,
of content.
yeah.
I really don't think you can compare the two. I also think you're right in identifying that they were overpaying for this thing that maybe isn't worth as much. But like, I think this is also why these companies were like hedging their bets. Like, you saw all of that stuff die down at the beginning of this year. Like, all of the major moves had been made by like last December. So I really do think like now it's like, okay, how do these deals play out? Will we do more? But also like, you know, I think it was also just like people were rating Twitch. Like, they wanted to like take their best people, and like Twitch had to like pay up. And I don't know. I mean, it's like,
Pony up the dollars.
This is also a whole new paradigm. We don't know if this is going to last. I suspect it won't. I think without Mixer, like, there isn't enough competition to like really make these deals worth it for these companies. Because like, again,
put a hold on contracts.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, like, I can see the value for I could have seen previously the value for Mixer, where it's like, okay, we are like making you the face of our platform. You are going to be in ads for us, like the thing that Twitch is doing right now. I can see you like making money on that. But like, now advertising has been canceled essentially, and like the economy is melting down. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that's very different now, that makes the value proposition not quite so clear. But again, I mean, like, I think we're still in wait and see mode, man. I don't know. I will let you all know as soon as I hear anything reasonable about Doc.
Got the answer for you, bro. It's nothing heinous. It's nothing heinous at all. I'm telling you. Like, I think personally, he was like, they used the situation of him doing a whole bunch of like conspiracy theories online, talking about 5G and David Icke. And like, when you look at that article and you scroll down to that one part where like the interviewer from PC Gamer brings up the David Icke thing, and then Doc's about to go into it, and then his publicist immediately cuts him off like, hey, we're going into legal territory right now. Let's not bring it up, because I'm pretty sure spreading misinformation, like how Alex Jones has done countless times and has been deplatformed, even if it wasn't truly intentional and it was just like how you were like sharing content. Like, oh, I saw this interesting thing this past week, and just like having a conversation about it. If Twitch was in fact trying to recoup their investment, and that was how they did it, like, they probably, I'm sure the contracts aren't that loose, but it's a possibility. Because like, dude, if it was heinous, he would be in cuffs, he would be arrested, he would be deplatformed on everywhere.
Yeah, Whole Snack says I know too much, which is true. Keep your third eye open.
So let's stop talking about it. And Bijan,
we're not talking about it, but we are going to throw to a break because we have a wonderful guest coming up, KoolySmiley. She's in chat right now, but she's also going to be on screen. So stay tuned.
We'll be right back. We're back. Oh, okay. Well, right now, if we got any coolers in the chat, I need you to spam K for this next test. We got KoolySmiley. What? We don't. Bijan, you cut.
Yes, the Kooly emote, not K.
I don't think Kooly emote. She got emotes. Spam the emote. So look, guys, if you don't know, which you probably already know, we got KoolySmiles. She had 21.6K YouTube subscribers, 600K views on Mixer, 39K followers on Mixer. She was one of the biggest partners on Mixer there is. She looks like the Little Mermaid Ariel, but I tell you right now, she's got more in common with the Black Desert Online character once you see this hair. The MMO customization she's got here is crazy. Let's bring on KoolySmiley, everybody. Let's get some K's. Get some K's.
Oh, look at these emotes. Look at these emotes.
Let's go. Spam.
Kooly, welcome.
I want to see Harley Quinn emotes in chat.
Oh.
Hi, guys. How are y'all?
Doing good. You know, Twitch tried to take us down like 5 times because we were talking about Doc, you know, crazy.
But we're too powerful.
Maybe you guys shouldn't be so knowledgeable.
But I know you got some conspiracy theories too. Maybe we'll talk about them later. How you doing, Kooly?
I'm all right. How about y'all?
Doing great.
Doing good.
Doing better now.
It's been a hectic few weeks for me. So
really, I can imagine.
Yeah.
We'll get into that a little bit, but let's start from the top, right? The part that interests me and also interested Bijan, we were both thinking the same thing. How'd you get the name? Because when I see Kooly, I'm thinking Fooly Cooly, the anime. And when I saw that, I was like, I gotta ask her.
Listen, okay, you guys remember AIM? Do you remember AIM?
100%.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
So in middle school, me and my friend group, that was how we communicated because we didn't have phones yet and all of that. And people didn't want to learn my real name back before the Yanny Laurel meme, no one knew how to say my name for some reason. So instead of calling me Laurel, everybody called me Smiley. And I remember I would always end, you know how you could have a signature in your text messages and
Yes.
an
Yeah.
100%.
AIM.
Yep.
Mine would always say like cool with a K and stuff like that. So it was kind of just like a mishmash of cool and smiley. And I was on YouTube at the time. And so I wanted Smiley, but that was already taken. So I added Cooly. It had a nice ring to it. And I hated it for years. But now I love it.
It's a bold choice. You're
is.
working essentially with an aim username, which I respect highly.
Was there any
Thank you.
runner-ups for the name change? Did you have any ones that you would have changed to when you were thinking about it?
Not really. I mean, like I always liked the name Little Red, but I knew that that
Okay.
was something that other people had done. And at the time I guess I was probably 16 and there was probably 50 Little Reds on YouTube. So I was like, this is fine. I'll just be KoolySmiley. And like the more I've talked to people at conventions and stuff, the more I've realized that people really do like my name. It's easy to remember. It has a nice ring to it. So I'm like, cool with a K.
Cool
Sounds
with a
good.
K.
So why not?
So if you go to like your YouTube channel or Twitter, Twitch, whatever, like your emotes big on the red, right? Like we were talking about your hair a
Yeah.
second ago.
Yeah.
Was there any other color you would change to, or is that your brand so locked in you won't change it from red?
I mean, those emotes
We
are
talk
red,
about
bro.
this
Yeah, I'm
all the
just as
time on my
red
stream.
as fuck.
So I've always been a big fan of redheads. I am biased to redheads. I think they are the most beautiful people in the human race. No matter what color their skin is, I just love redheads.
Okay.
But I've tried dyeing it orange, and I didn't like how much of a Weasley it made me. I've tried dyeing my hair purple, but unfortunately, my hair does not bleach past an orange, so I can't get cool tones in my hair at all. So even if I wanted to change my hair color, I'd probably have to shave my head to get it there.
I mean, that could
So
be a
no, I
look.
think I'm a redhead forever.
Yo, Cyberpunk's coming out soon. You know, you
Yeah,
gotta get the
let's do it, let's do
Cyberpunk
it.
look going on.
I've done a cyberpunk cosplay. Have you seen it?
We've heard
I
of
did
it.
a cyberpunk cosplay at PAX West. I actually sent it to Zune, so she might be able to have that
let's
photo.
Let's throw it up on stream.
Zoom,
If
we got
it.
those pics. We got the leaks from the
My
Instagram.
cyberpunk cosplay was I made it in 5 days.
Okay.
And it was one of the hardest cosplays I've ever made. It's completely made from scratch. First time like actually sewing a costume and everything like that. And I was really proud of it.
So why'd you decide to do it was it 5 days before the event? You were like, I'm gonna do this, or were you planning to?
No. So when I go to conventions, I try to have 2 cosplays prepared. And for that convention, I cosplayed as Faye Valentine and my cyberpunk cosplay. And personally, I was more focused on Faye. I really wanted Faye to look good.
Yeah, it's up right now on stream.
It's up right now. It looks great.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I really wanted to look good for Faye. I like totally changed my diet and was working out every day.
Oh, this was a
and
whole thing.
I was super focused on Faye. So once I got to Seattle, at the time my sister-in-law and my brother lived in Seattle, so I just didn't want to pack everything and then have it all done and then it break in my suitcase. So as soon as I got to Seattle, I just worked 24/7 until it was done.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so I had all the materials and everything. I just was scared that if I had it done and packed it, it would have gotten broken on the way over. So, and it did get broken on the way back. So,
so you were right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to I was at TwitchCon last year and I went to the cosplay contest, and that was like a thing that people cited. Like it was like you know, this stuff is really delicate and it doesn't travel well.
Yeah.
I do have some questions. Like I'm curious about the YouTube phase. So like, why did you decide to start? So my question is like more basic than I guess. I mean, like, why did you decide to start making things online in the first place? Like, what drew you to this life?
Well, for those who don't know, I used to do musical theater my entire life. Ever since I was 9 years old, I performed in 3 to 5 shows a year until I was about 22. And I just was always a fan of performing and creating. And I've never been like a highly talented painter or a highly talented artist or anything like that. But I was really drawn to video editing and I thought it was a lot of fun. And I was a big fan of YouTubers at the time, like I don't even know if he still makes content, but if you guys knew Mitchell Davis, he was like a big, like artsy fartsy YouTube video editor, and he was funny, and he did jump cuts and all that stuff. And I was like, I want to be like this guy. Like he uses all of his creativity in his video editing, and it was something I knew I could do. So I started on YouTube because of that, and also because I had moved to Texas in the middle of the summer. So not in the middle of the school year. I was a sophomore, or I was going into sophomore year, and I had no friends. So what else was I gonna do during summer in
You
a
gotta
new
also hot
make
state?
content.
It's also
So
hot
yeah.
outside. Like you don't want to be going
Oh,
outside.
So
I
then,
grew up
like,
in Texas.
so with all your interests that you have, the theater, the music, cosplay, gaming, etc. Like, I looked at your YouTube channel, and I think that today everybody's like, well, if you want to be a YouTuber, you have to pick a niche and you have to do X, Y, and Z. But your channel was nothing. It's not even close to a niche. You got workout
no.
videos, you got skits, you got gaming,
Yeah.
you got a whole bunch of stuff. So how,
Yeah.
like,
I
tell us
think
about the experience.
I always get asked this too, and well, let me start from the beginning. I guess when I started on YouTube, YouTube wasn't even having like copyright issues yet. So when YouTube was like first about, everybody was making music videos to popular songs. Like that was like the cool
That was the
thing on YouTube.
jam.
And that's what I did. That's what I started doing. I started making really creative videos to my favorite songs. I did like stop motion videos. I did like artsy like OOTD videos and stuff like that. And then once copyright became an issue, I had to delete them all basically. And from there, I kind of just adapted to what I saw was trending. So I started doing haul videos when that was cool. I started doing vlogs. A thing that I felt was kind of niche for me was my musical theater stuff. I used to do vlogs and daily vlogs, and anytime that I was in a show, I would film backstage and film costumes and film my casts and like talk about our daily rituals and what we would do before and after performances and stuff like that. But for those of you who don't know, when I turned 22, I got a vocal cord injury, and I haven't done musical theater since, just because I've been healing and taking care of that. So then I had to change my niche on YouTube again. But that's also when I started streaming. So I just think I fell more into streaming at that point.
So what? Yeah, I guess my question is like, how did you make that jump? And like, obviously, like it makes sense now that you've explained it. But like, why streaming? Why Mixer? Like what appeals?
Right. So when how do I explain this? I never know how to answer this question, to be honest, because I never decided I wanted to be a streamer. And I feel like that's like how YouTubers talk about, like the OG YouTubers talk about how they became YouTubers. They weren't like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. They were just like, I'm making content, I'm having fun. Well, that's kind of my answer for Mixer. Like, I didn't try Twitch, but I wasn't interested in being a streamer. And my brother Ethan Rothamel, he was working at Beam, which is now Mixer, or was Mixer. And he was just like, you should just check out this website. It might be fun for you. And so I looked it up. I made a profile, and my first day having a profile, I just went live. And I was just singing and playing ukulele. I didn't even have a gaming PC yet. I just wanted to see if people would show up. And I got rated by Syph. I don't know if you guys know who he
I know who
is.
Syph is. Yeah.
Yeah, and he rated me with over 100 people, and within my first hour, I had over 100 followers, and
Wow.
I just was like partying, and we were singing and dancing and having a good time, and I was like, dang, this is fun. And so I kind of just never stopped streaming. So yeah, that's been my journey.
So did that moment keep you locked into the Mixer ecosystem? Because you still could have went to other platforms and checked them out. Because after that, I'm pretty sure you knew Twitch and you knew
Totally.
YouTube and stuff like that.
I was always fearful. I mean, I always knew Mixer Beam was a Kickstarter. I always knew that it was a possibility that it would go down, and I just don't. And I'm still surprised that I fit. I just didn't believe that I fit the female Twitch streamer persona, and I knew I wasn't a good enough gamer to really grow on Twitch. And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't in my interest. I didn't care. And
Yeah.
then now that it is my full-time job, obviously I care. And ever since I've moved over to Twitch, I've actually focused more on getting better at games. And I'm trying to stick to who I am as a streamer and what our community is as a community, but I do feel like in order to fit Twitch a little bit more, I need to step up my game. So it's
What does
very
that look like?
motivating.
Yeah, I was gonna. I do want to ask, how are you getting good at video? Like, what's the
Getting good.
process?
What's the game plan?
Like, are you
So-
lifting, but like mentally with? Anyway, go on.
My top games, my main games that I streamed on Mixer that now I'm streaming over here are Dead by Daylight and Rainbow Six Siege. I'm also very good at Overwatch, but I don't play that as much anymore because
Yuck.
it's not as niche anymore. But yuck. But basically I do what everybody does nowadays. You watch YouTubers who are really good and you watch tip videos and you change the sensitivity of your mouse and see what works for you. And you practice with aim what would that be
Training.
called? Like aim
Kovacs.
training.
Kovacs, yeah. Or aim lab.
Aim lab.
Yeah.
Kovacs.
What I do when I'm in Rainbow Six Siege is they have terrorist hunt or whatever, and I just do that until I feel like I've gotten enough headshots and gotten warming up, like my vocal cords are warming up my body before a workout. That's kind of what I've been doing before I stream
Wait, do you warm up your vocal cords before you go live?
every day.
You do?
I have to.
What does that look like? I know it's a random question.
Exactly like how it looks in High School Musical, literally.
Yeah.
La, la, la.
Just like
Oh yeah, and the rolling of the tongue and all that.
Yeah.
So
I had to see a vocal therapist when I had my vocal cord injury, and they gave me a lot of warm-ups to work on daily.
So from your musical theater career that you're now, doing another form of theater, right? Like streaming and live, you're performing, this is what it is. What in that past, in your past life, like what are you bringing over to Twitch that you feel like you got from theater that's helped you so much?
I think that especially if you're like me and you're not a pro at games, if you want to be a successful streamer, this is my personal opinion. If you want to be a successful streamer, you have to know how to perform, because this is a show. You're putting on a show. You are distracting people from reality. You are entertaining them. You are giving them, what they are paying for. And something that I try to do is I try to just entertain. Like, I'm not just playing a game. I'm not just talking. I am an entertainer. And something that I learned from theater is I used to take improvisational classes. So I've learned how to act on my feet, talk on my feet, yes and a situation. You have to yes and when trolls come into your chat. You gotta yes and when people get a little nasty in games and stuff like that.
It's crazy that you bring up the improv classes and stuff. I think a lot of people who are streaming or are YouTube creators, some of them have taken improv classes, and you can tell like in the way they do their work. And I think it would help a lot of people if they just did that simple exercise of going to improv.
Gabe, can I ask you, have you done an improv class?
No, I'm from Brooklyn. We just do that every day.
The only reason I ask is because I've done one, and the reason is I had this job. I was doing a TV job, and they were like, their idea was like for training, instead of giving us like any help, they were like, just go to UCB and take a class, and you'll understand. And like half the people just walked out. Like,
really?
Yeah, I stayed, but I was like, damn, I can't leave. I'm gonna get fired. It was.
Yeah.
So I could see why it would have been fun, but
I personally think that improvisation is not just good for performing. I think it's actually good at learning how to like interact with strangers.
Yeah.
It's a lot like the big thing with improv is you have to learn to listen and actually communicate with your person without necessarily talking and communicating with them. And I think it teaches you to actually pay more attention to your surroundings and people and behaviors.
So speaking about your content, right? Now that you're streaming on Twitch, and of course, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be coming back to YouTube because you gotta get the YouTube stuff. What do you plan to do to like change up your content? Take it to the next level, because a lot of people, like you said earlier, they do the clips, they do the tricks, all that, and it's kind of redundant at this point, like what a lot of streamers have done. I mean, the formula per se.
Yeah, I don't, like I said before, I don't really feel like I fit the formula.
Yeah.
So as far as what I'm doing, I'm okay with my channel growing slowly. I'm fine with that. as long as the people that come want to be there, I think that's a really great way to grow a community that is loyal, that if you had to switch platforms would follow you. I think it's a great way to have a sense of community. Like one thing that I constantly feel in my community is when one person in my chat's having a bad day, we are all checking on that person. Everybody cares about each other. We all know each other. And it's not just a viewership and a streamer, it is like a family. And I know that that can be touchy on the internet sometimes, but I think that that's what I want. And I'm okay with not being the top streamer on Twitch. I'm okay with, being where I'm at. And I don't ever, I'm scared if my chat starts getting moving so fast that I wouldn't be able to make sure that my viewers are feeling, cared about enough. I mean, maybe one day it'll happen, but right now I'm really happy with where I'm at. And I guess before I ramble, if
Yeah, keep going.
I am stepping up my game, it's just that I'm trying to learn the ins and outs of Twitch. Like literally right now, I am just learning Twitch. I'm total noob. I don't understand. Like I'm still learning what goes into a hype train. I'm still figuring out raids. But I'm having a great time. I love it over here so far.
So I do want to go back a little bit. I want to scroll back to your past. So what was it like when you heard that Mixer was closing? What was that like? What was that day like? And were you on stream? Like, how did you find out?
The mixing.
This sucks.
I don't know if you know, but like we've had a series of Mixer partners on for the last few weeks. And so we've asked, everybody basically a variation on this question. So yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, you don't have to talk about it if it's like
no. I've talked about this a lot because obviously that's the first thing people ask. And
let it be known that was like the 14th thing we asked.
We avoided the obvious for a while.
My brother and sister-in-law both worked at Mixer.
Yeah.
And I was a partnered streamer there. So it wasn't just a loss for me, it was a loss for them. And this is a bit of a downer, but I was with family because we were losing a family member. So we were mourning. And my brother and sister-in-law were in another room working. I think they were in a meeting. And then at the same time, my friend texted me and was like, look at Twitter. And I'm sitting here saying goodbye to my uncle. And I look at Twitter and I just am saying goodbye to my home at the same time. And it was devastating. Like I had I went into shock. I went into panic attack mode. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't home, so I felt like I couldn't go live and I couldn't work. But then I was like, but I should be with family right now. And it was just a lot of emotions. And I still don't even know if I've officially faced the fact that we've been evicted from our home. Like Mixer still exists. If you go to mixer.com, it's still there and it will be for a few more days. And I don't know if it's going to officially hit me until the 22nd.
That's
yeah,
fair.
you go there and you like none of the OG Mixer partners.
It's a graveyard.
Yeah, it's a skeleton.
Yeah, it really is like a memorial
eerie.
page. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you decide to come to Twitch? Like, what was that decision making process like?
So,
and I guess the second part of that is like, how has Twitch been to you since you got here?
Well, I was horrified. I was so scared. I thought that, like I said before, I thought that I didn't fit Twitch and I didn't think anybody would want me on Twitch. I think I got really lucky with my timing. I tweeted about what I knew as soon as the news hit. I tweeted and I was like, I want to know where everybody's going so I can follow everyone. And so everybody has a tweet to refer to so they can follow you too. And of course, I feel like I might have started the whole follow for follow thing on accident. I didn't mean to.
That's fair.
But I genuinely, and I have it as a command in my stream that will lead to the tweet that will lead to everybody where they're going and stuff like that. And I didn't even consider Facebook gaming for a moment. I didn't even think about it.
Really? Not even they offer you a contract or anything?
No. No one reached out to me. I wasn't reached out to by Twitch or Facebook. I saw Facebook and it's bad to say, but I laughed because I was like, I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist at the core of everything. And I just don't trust Facebook. And I I don't want to smear anybody's names. I'm sure the employees that work there are doing their best to make it as safe as possible for the streamers, but I don't want to ask my viewers to make Facebook pages to follow me, and I wouldn't expect them to. We
Yeah.
all of my viewers, we talk about conspiracy theories far too much for me to expect that from them.
So then real quick, while we're on the conspiracy thing, do you have any
Okay.
doc conspiracies so we can get shut down a seventh time?
I've said this on my stream. I just think that if they aren't gonna touch this yet, if no one's gonna say anything, I feel like it could be legal issues. At this point, if it's like, if no one's saying anything, if everybody's trying to decide how they're going to come out and talk about this, there's stuff going on behind the scenes, like real investigations. But then I thought that until I saw the tweet today. And then I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I was like,
Publicity stunt.
that felt like a slap to the face. I was like, this is planned, right? This is planned, right?
Has to be.
See,
Like,
that's
they're in
really
on it.
crazy. I don't think it's planned. I really don't think they have any idea, and I don't think Twitch is going to tell them until they bring legal action.
Maybe.
I mean, Doc
We'll
is the
see.
most electrifying man in streaming entertainment, man. We're talking about the
Wait.
6'7" genetic
Regardless,
phenom.
Hold on.
lots of people are talking about it.
Yeah, he is actually 6'7" IRL too. Zune, are we still live? Did they
Oh,
shut us down?
do the check-in real quick to make sure they didn't take us out again.
Chat, please spam some emotes if we're still live.
I think
I want to
we're
see
still
some
live.
lucky and blessed.
Some lucky
chat.
and blessed. Let's go.
Some lucky and blessed. That's a
So-
great emote.
So then
Thank
I want to
you.
ask you, Cooly, just to bring it back to the Mixer conversation. You lived in Seattle, which was near the Mixer headquarters.
No.
Right?
I didn't live in Seattle. Sorry,
No,
my brother
she's
and
in-
sister-in-law lived there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in
So
Texas.
were there any plans? Because like we had Brittany and Covent, who last week, not last week, week before
2
that,
weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
they had talked about how they had moved to Seattle for a whole bunch of Mixer opportunities. Were any of those opportunities offered to you, like commercials or anything like that? Like, with like this big plan for you as a Mixer partner at any point?
So I was actually one of the streamers that they flew to Toronto to do the commercial shoot
Oh shit.
with Brittany and
Ah.
Covent. And we were there for 2 straight days filming for 2 full days. And the commercial that actually got aired, I think you could see this much of my face in, just like the
Yeah.
side of my face. And I think you could see Brittany in it, but super shortly. It was, I as an actress, I've worked on commercial shoots before. I knew there was a huge possibility I wasn't even going to be in the commercial. I was just excited for the opportunity.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, one thing that Mixer did do for me is I made it very clear to my PM, my partner manager, early on in my Mixer career that I want to become a voice actress and or a host in the gaming industry. That is like my dream, is to be a host for esports, et cetera, et cetera. And so because of that, Mixer knew that when we had events, when we were at PAX, if I was there, they could ask me at any point to
grab the mic.
interview people,
Mhm,
to run streams and live streams and stuff like that. So I actually got a reel put together of
Yeah.
hosting because of them. At E3, I think actually E3 and PAX West, I was pretty much working the whole time for Mixer for free. So
Yo, Riot,
yeah.
sign this
Yeet.
girl, man. Get her on some of the streams.
yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I'm grateful for that opportunity.
So speaking about like your creating life, and this is a lot of work being a full-time creator. Are you a full-time creator,
Mhm.
by the way?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
It's a lot
so
of
then
work.
how do you manage like this creator life and as well as like your IRL life, right? Because a content creator lifestyle for someone who's like a streamer or a gamer is a lot different than someone who's like a typical YouTuber, like a Logan Paul or whatever, right? It's not the same
Right.
type of thing.
Right. I mean, the grind, quote unquote, the grind is a lot longer and
Mhm.
busier, I feel. Like, I definitely miss the days when I was on YouTube sometimes, because I would edit a video, I'd film a video, edit it, and I would be done for the week in one day, But on Mixer and now on Twitch, it's like if I'm not streaming for 6 hours, well, then I'm sitting at my computer working behind the scenes, getting emails to people, trying to work out sponsorships, trying to post on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I know that I spend an unhealthy amount of time on social media, and I don't plan on doing that for the rest of my life. But I think that right now, in particular, it's very important to ride this wave. And so that's what I'm doing.
It's go time for you.
My boyfriend, who I live with, he is also a full-time content creator. He posts
Ooh.
on YouTube and Twitch. He was a YouTuber first and then became a Twitch partner. So because we both do the same thing, we understand it and we can talk about it and we can have a healthy, productive conversation about it, which is really great. It's like we can brainstorm off of each other and whatnot. But we also have set times when we're both done streaming that we will sit on the couch and spend our time with each other, no phones, Netflix and chill, whatever. And that's like our us time. It's been less us time during quarantine because obviously this is the best time for streamers to work. Before quarantine, we would go out and we had more of a fitness schedule, and that was like our
Your routine, your hot,
yeah.
I'm curious, how has quarantine affected like your numbers? Because I mean, I guess you came over in the middle. Like, how long have you been on Twitch? Firstly, and secondly, like, I guess you were navigating the transition from Mixer to Twitch and the pandemic and like all of this other stuff in the background. Like, how did that change like the momentum, or what happened?
It's hard to explain. I personally feel like numbers on Mixer are completely different than numbers on Twitch. Like I have noticed that a lot of Mixer streamers numbers have changed or, not necessarily dropped, but they're just different. But the people that are chatting in their chat is still the same. When everything was going on with quarantine, I didn't see an initial bump in my viewership until I guess until Animal Crossing came out. And I jumped on Animal Crossing and that was all I streamed. And I would have like 150 average viewers probably while I was doing Animal Crossing. And I didn't used to average over 100 unless Mixer was featuring me. But ever since I've been on Twitch, I think I've only had 2 streams that were less than 100. So I don't really know how that's happened. I think it's just I've grabbed people through Twitter and people who maybe wanted to watch me on Mixer but couldn't get Mixer to work on their computers. So now that I'm on Twitch, they can finally watch me. So yeah, it was different. It was very different, but I think that there's other people that have had more of a drastic change than myself.
So what are you doing on stream right now then? Like, what games are you playing? Because you said Animal Crossing and like I don't know how you're still playing Animal Crossing. Are you still playing it?
No, listen, listen, okay, so I was having a hard time. I was having a hard time letting that game fuel me. Like at some point I felt gassed. After I like officially got a 5-star island and I technically beat the game, and after I got the lily of the whatever on my island, I was like, now what? And so I'd try to stream it and everybody would be like, Kooly, do you just want to switch games? And I'd be like, yes, I do. And then we'd switch games. But I actually told my viewers that if we hit 1,000 subs, I would delete my island and start over. And I did that.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Tom
and
is not getting you again.
Listen, it has been just as fun as it was in the beginning.
You opted in again?
I did, but I'll say I'm keeping my content balanced. We're still playing Dead by Daylight every stream. And if we're not playing Dead by Daylight, we're playing Rainbow Six. Animal Crossing is just our chill out moments when we're just chatting with chat and whatever. Like I am very much a variety streamer. I can't play one game. I can't.
So then why Dead by Daylight and Rainbow Six Siege then? For the 2 games that are like your other like main.
Why is that even a question? Because they're great games. No, I am.
Rainbow Six Siege is a great game. I don't know about
Dead
by Daylight every day though.
Listen.
All right, break it down
Dead by Daylight. Okay, I'm breaking it down for you. I am a big sorry.
She's dancing for those listening audio only.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
No, cool,
I'm a big horror movie fan. I love horror movies. Horror movies are my very favorite genre. I geek out over gore and filmmaking and serial killers and all that stuff. And you can play as Freddy Krueger, who is my favorite, who I've also cosplayed as. You can play as Michael Myers. You can play as Leatherface. Like, that is my shit right there, dog. Like, that is so dope to me. I love horror games. We play horror games a lot on stream, but I'm a big baby, so I have to balance out the jump scares. But Dead by Daylight to me is just like, it gets me my daily gore intake that I need.
That adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Is there any
And
horror
Freddy
game you're
Krueger.
too scared to play?
Visage. I played Visage on my boyfriend made me play it on his stream, and I cried like a little lady. Like I just bawled my eyes out. I could not do it. I was like, there's something about something that you know is chasing you, but you can't see it, and it just
Jarring.
Too much. It's too much for me. Ooh, it's so jarring. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm with you
Yeah.
on that. Yeah, Whole Snack says throwback to the 368 episode where Gabe didn't want to play a horror game with Bijan.
Nah, I never will. I just never will. It will never happen.
Bro, we gotta
Like,
play PT on stream. We gotta
I'm
do
not playing. I put PT on for a second. And the minute she came out on camera, I was out. I was all right, this game is done. I remember when PS4 came out, there was that game, that horror game, goddamn, where it was like this big, like gluttonous looking guy who's chasing you through a hospital, essentially. I forget the name. It was like one of the
I don't know
package
what you're
games that
talking
came out with it. And I was literally in my roommate's room, and we were playing the game because he had a PS4, and I was like, all right, let's play this game, right? And I'm sitting there, and the minute he got up to the stairs, I walked out the freaking house because the guy came out and grabbed him and said, "What are you doing here?" Threw him away, and I was like, "Nah, I'll see you later. I gotta go to sleep tonight. This is
I'd
not
like to see you try to play Resident Evil Biohazard. Welcome
No.
to the family, son. I want to see you react
that
to
Leatherface kind of like setting where it's a little bit too real, and you know there's some
See,
people who
this
might
is-
live like that. Nah, I'm
Gabe,
good. Too
Gabe, it's
realistic.
good content. Gabe, it's good content.
Listen, I'm always in pursuit of great content, but there's some content that's just not worth doing, bro.
The forbidden
Bijan,
content.
if you need somebody to play PT with you, hit me up. I'm just saying.
I love that game.
You know what?
Yes.
If it was
I
3
will.
of us or 4 of us, okay, fine. I will sit through a couple minutes of PT. I won't play PT, but I'll watch PT get played. How about that?
Man,
You have to wear the
The VR?
headphones. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
All of
my
it.
God, PT and VR would kill somebody IRL. I think that would be
Yeah.
it for
Oh yeah.
someone.
So speaking
You
of
remember
us,
that movie
what?
that was like there's a movie where if you die in the video game, you die in real life?
Sword Art Online.
Oh, yeah, that was an
No,
anime.
that's an anime too, yes.
Wasn't
fully
that also
aware.
Nightmare on Elm Street? That was the whole premise. You die in the dream, you die in real life.
Yeah.
Yep. One of my faves.
I mean, I'm
Close to
with
my
you
heart.
on the universal like monster movie, like the gory movies where it's like you have this threat that's chasing you, like the Jeepers Creepers of the world. But like typical like suspense movies or like movies like what's it called? Paranormal Activity. There was this one scene in Paranormal Activity. I think it was 1 or 2. I never saw the first one, I think. I was in movie
Okay.
theater and I was there with my boy. We were at Atlas Mall, which is a movie theater in Queens. We're
Okay.
there and it gets to a scene where literally they're in their bed, they're recording, and then it's super quiet. And then all you hear is and like
I
a
remember
bang.
that.
Dude, I ran out the theater. I was done. No refund. Couldn't
No
do it.
refund.
No refund. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It was terrifying.
Honestly, I watched the Paranormals recently because I didn't watch them when they were in theaters. Because back then I think I was like a freshman in high school and I was a big baby back then. So I watched them recently and we watched them in our brand new home, which is like the first movie is about like moving into a new house. And I was in on it, but I was like, meh, this isn't that scary until the very last moment of the movie. There's a jump scare that is not so jump scary and more just like eerie. And that moment has stuck with me since I saw it.
What was
Just
the
like the character gets really close to the cam. This is a spoiler, by the way. She gets really close to the cam and her face is like different. It's like
Okay.
demon-esque.
Okay.
And it's just eerie. It's just and it's quiet, it's silent, but it just kind of it sits with you, man. It's
Yeah,
very eerie. That's my shit,
I
dude.
I am not like really a horror person. I did watch oh God, it wasn't Hereditary actually. Yeah, I watched Hereditary. I
That's
watched
not a
Raw.
horror movie.
I know Hereditary is a family drama, which is great.
Yeah, I
watched
love
Raw, and
Hereditary.
Raw is like, I don't believe these French vet students would be going this hard in a remote school. But
Yeah.
like, there is something like Gabe, I will say, like, my friend does this podcast. It was a mini series called the Scaredy Cats Horror Show. He's a big baby. Like, he hates horror movies, and he's like, this whole podcast is him like being made to watch horror movies and like trying to like live through them. And like, he's like, he made this point, which maybe like relates to why you don't like scary movies, but like he made the point that like watching these movies is like torturing his subconscious. Like he's like, now when I go to sleep, now I will dream about this thing, and
This
another third of my life
masochist.
will be ruined.
This masochist. You see, like, I also want to point out, I just saw right now, if I can see the name, Ellie666. Of course, there's a 666 at the end of it. The game was Outlast. That was the game, Outlast. I don't know if you. That was the game that came out. The reason why I can't play horror games or horror movies, besides me still being pure of heart on the inside, you two have clearly I've gotten rotten. I sleep next to an overhead train, right? So I get any noises, right? So if I'm like paranoid from a horror movie, it's ruined for me. My night, the great 8 hours and a half I strive for every night is gonna be ruined. I'm gonna age 5 years every day. Can't do it. Besides, just to switch up the tone a little bit. Besides besides the Dead by Daylights and Rainbow Six Sieges of the world, are there any games like you're excited to get into that you want to get better at?
Oh yeah. I mean, first of all, I am absolute garbage at platformers. I can't. And it's not
Mario Kart
it's not
fucks
a
a day
hard
up.
game.
I mean, Mario,
Not Mario Kart, but like Super
that up.
Mario.
Yes.
Any of the
yes.
Super Marios.
Mhm.
I can't. It'll be a simple thing where you just have to double jump, and I have to do it like 16 times before I actually get on the next
Well,
platform, and it is so embarrassing.
Definitely
This
can't
is
play Mega Man.
This is how you also get better at this stuff. I don't know, like, platformers are hard and they're fun. And I don't know, like, they take a lot of practice. I was watching my friend stream a platformer today. I think it's in closed beta. I don't remember what it's called, but he plays like a little ball and you have to like hit all of these platforms. It looks insanely hard, but very satisfying, right? Like, I don't know, but I saw him like spend literally half an hour going through the same 4 fucking platforms, and I was like, bro.
Yeah, I think it's fun to play. I'm a big, like, I played Mario Galaxy all the way through and I loved
Great
that
game.
game.
That's a good
But
one.
I don't think I could stream a game like that because I don't expect to hold viewers who want to watch me struggle most of the time. Like, it's just embarrassing.
Bijan's the king of struggling.
Yeah, I love to struggle on stream. I do want to ask, like, how do you make a distinction between like stream games or games that you would stream and games that you wouldn't? Like that, I feel like you just brought up an interesting point.
Yeah. Sometimes it's trial and error. Sometimes you try to play a game on stream and you just know that it's not vibing with your chat. Like, I have a lot of friends, like almost all of my Twitch friends are Destiny 2 streamers.
Okay.
And
I just got into it.
I love Destiny. I love the Destiny games, but they don't work on my stream because my viewers, they don't play it. And it's one of those games like World of Warcraft, where if it's not a game that you know life, you're not going to really know what's going on. And if I'm constantly explaining everything, then it just becomes a teaching stream.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's trial and error, but sometimes it's also like, well, does this game have a lot of reading and not a lot of voice acting? Nix that. That's an off-stream game. Is this game open world? Well, that could be cool on stream. That could also be bad. So that would probably be a trial and error. Is this a game that I'm going to be terrible at? Definitely not playing it unless somebody in chat makes me play it by like, we win some sort of bet or something or other, or it's a charity stream, like I've never played Dark Souls on stream, and I think the only thing that would get me to play Dark Souls is if we did a charity stream for it.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Demon Souls is coming out next year, and you'll have a great time.
It looks good. I am excited.
It's
like
the
it looks
OG.
nice.
I want to ask you a question because you spoke about since it doesn't have a lot of like games that won't have a lot of voice acting. There's a YouTuber I follow. His name is CDogVA. I don't know if you know about him. He did like
Sounds
a whole bunch
familiar.
of Black Butler prank calls from like he would.
Oh yeah.
So I'm saying like I would love to see you then, since you are a theater buff and you can voice act. Why don't you do live stream calls while you're prank calling people as different characters and using your improv skills
as Harley Quinn?
Yo, you should totally do that, or switch up, do the Margot Robbie, whatever. Just do weird characters and just like record the reactions. That would be so amazing.
Hello? Mr. J, is that you? You're not my pudding. Oh, you just a bat brains. Hangs up.
Yeah, that would be
Wow.
good. That would be good.
Wow.
Yo, and then you could do
Oh,
like sub
man.
goals. Like if we get 100 subs, I'll call as blank character. I'll do like some weird crap. Dude,
I'll
this
call
be great.
Pizza Hut.
Yo, I'm ordering a pizza for the Joker.
I have
I'm
never
gonna
even
need
considered
bats
that
on
as
the
an option.
pie.
How
Is
funny.
that
How many bats on the pie?
yeah, you gotta figure it out.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So then I have like maybe just like 2 more questions for you. Unless
Mhm.
Bijan, you have a question that you want to ask.
No. I'm perfectly fine to let you continue in your asking question. I don't know. Gabe, fucking ask the question. Just ask the fucking
It's a
question.
journey.
All right, the journey, right? It's not the destination.
That's true.
So then, theater buff, you're recouping your vocal cords, streamer, content creator. You said you wanted to be a host, Riot. Get on the games, man. Valorant new game. What is the highest level of where you want to go, honestly? That at least you can think of right now. Like, where do you want to be?
If I could one day voice over Harley Quinn in a animated series or a video game, if I could talk like this for a living, I think I would have officially made it. Or if I could just be a known host in esports, that is my dream. I don't want to go any higher than that. I just want to meet gamers across the world and interview them and talk to them, and I don't know. I want to be a spokesperson for women in gaming and mental health awareness in gaming, and that's my shit right there. I don't know, man. I just think that would be the top tier for me.
Okay, that was
An
actually
admirable goal.
that was great.
Yeah.
I guess my last 2 wrap-up questions, so Bijan can go eat. I know he's hungry right now.
No, I already ate, bro.
Oh, what you had?
here.
What you had, by the way?
I had some Thai food.
Chipotle?
Got some Thai
Oh,
food,
Thai.
little pad Thai. Yo, the coolie hands, the so we the ooh woo fingers. So we spoke off camera.
That's what we should call this episode. Ooh, fingers.
The ooh woo fingers.
I'm just so shy. I'm not ready for this interview. I'm so shy.
She's doing a great impression. Anime. What is in your anime list right now? What are you watching?
Okay, so my viewers know I am a new weeb. Okay, I'm new. To
She's
the
taking the
world
weeb
of-
title with pride right now.
I am so excited, man. A few years ago when I first started watching anime, I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Attack on Titan. And those were my introductions to anime. And at the time,
Great introductions.
yeah, totally. I love both of them. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to this day is still my favorite anime ever. But at the time, I guess I was in this time in my life where I only wanted to watch serious shit, like dark, whatever. And now that we're in quarantine and life is scary and you're constantly being bombarded with bad news on the internet, all I want to watch right now is some Oran Host Club, some Fruits Baskets, some stupid romance that makes no sense. That's what I want. I want the peppy shit. My Hero Academia, I love that.
Wholesome Academia.
Wholesome Academia, exactly. I've tried to watch Demon Slayer, but it's just too dark for me right now. I just can't do the dark stuff right now.
If I had to make a recommendation, if you want something that's all over the place, it's a little slow in the beginning to get into it because the first season it's not for everybody. It's like
Which one did you say?
I'm messing it up. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo's great. JoJo's great. It's fun. It's a bunch of himbos doing cool stuff.
And it's like
I've been recommended that a lot.
It gets ridiculous a lot of times. It gets lighthearted. It also gets a little dark at some moments. And it's definitely about the journey, not the destination with each one of those arcs. I just finished watching part 5 the other day for the second time, and I was sitting there, I'm like, God damn it. There's just something about these characters, man. It keeps coming. They're so simple, but they're complex and they're like feminine, masculine. They're doing these poses, and it's just that's like the show I would give to you. Bijan, you got any recommendations?
Yeah, it's not an anime. I'm gonna go ahead. It's an animated show. I've really been loving Close Enough, which is the new show from JG Quintel, who did Regular Show. If you like Regular Show,
I liked Adventure Time. So.
Yeah, it's same vein. This is on HBO Max, so it's like Regular Show, like that kind of cartoon, but grown up with like 230 somethings in LA. It's really it's so lighthearted. Jason Mantzoukas plays a fucking burnout. I don't know, it's great. But I've been like, me and my girlfriend.
We stand good
rationing.
adult adult animated shows.
It's also the only thing that you can make in quarantine. Like that's the only Hollywood production that's going forward because you can do all of that.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Before Bijan takes us out and raps us. Wow, what a great grammar I got right there.
Gerald.
Gerald. Off stream, she was saying Gerald, not Geralt. You got a ukulele behind you. You said Adventure Time.
Oh no.
And then Bijan's got a ukulele, and I think
that's not a ukulele. No,
that's not a ukulele. Yo, Kenzie, you here, bro? Kenzie, you here?
That's not a ukulele, bro.
Can we get an Adventure Time diddle? Doesn't have to be the intro. Any song you want.
That's the only one I know by heart, unfortunately. Okay. I'm learning the credits song, but I don't have that one by heart yet.
Come along with me.
Do the
butterflies and bees.
Oh, you can only sing that song while rocking back and forth like this.
Yes.
All right. Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. We're going to a very distant land. Jake the dog and Finn the human. The fun never ends. Adventure time.
Oh my god. That just makes me smile, dude. That was we gotta get a Adventure Time version from Kooly for the 368 intro. It's 368. Come on, grab your friends.
That'd be tight.
Bijan, you gotta take us out with a toss a coin to your Witcher, bro. Just like a quick toss. Just a quick toss of coin. Just a quick one.
My power levels are so low. I do have to say, I did have Pendleton Ward on one of my streams for a charity stream. He's around.
Oh my god.
He's
you can't tell me this while we're live. I'm gonna fangirl, dog. That is so dope. Oh
yeah. Yeah, I stream everybody who's in chat right now. Not just this. Gabe, do you stream?
Nah. Just I don't. I juggle.
He has been actually making. He's actually been making
juggling.
Dude, I've been grinding. Let's hear it, Bijan.
I don't even want. All right.
Duet. We got possible duet.
No, I don't think so. It's so hard to do over the internet. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the second time on Super Late, Bijan Stevens playing Toss a Coin to your Witcher.
I don't want to do this, but I guess I should. Right?
Just 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds. Just
I believe in you.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley. I can't do this right now.
Keep going. You got it, champ.
Oh, toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty.
That's our application to Henry Cavill. Come on, Super Late.
Well done.
All right.
Well done.
I got cyberbullied on stream. I'm opening another beer, and I'm also going to take us out.
Go ahead.
Guys.
Kooly, you've been amazing, by the way.
Thank you. It was fun being here.
You're welcome back anytime you'd like.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
It was a pleasure. Everybody, thank you for watching. You can catch us live every Thursday. But before we go, we have a thing we got to do. We do this every stream now, so you stick around. Kooly, who would you like to raid? Do you have any? We got an audience. We can send them places.
I'm excited. Okay. We should raid.
We're doing a raid right now, everybody, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, you're staying. I haven't done the outro yet, so you can't leave until I do the outro.
Yeah.
That's the contract that you make when watching the show. Yeah,
I'm gonna put him.
Post it in our Discord so I can just copy and paste it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna put it in chat, but let me put it in Discord. Here we go. This guy right here is one of my closest friends on Twitch, and he is playing Resident Evil Resistance.
Oh,
and I adore him with my whole heart. It's a horror competitive game like Dead by Daylight.
Wow, that's okay. All right, Bijan, we got the name. We got the raid getting queued up.
Raid is getting queued up.
It's now just time for you to say the final words.
Right. The final words. Guys, this has been a great episode. Kooly, thank you so much for joining us. This was really fun.
Thank you for having me. I had a blast.
Well, come on back. Guys, so stick around for the raid. Catch us live next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on Twitch, 368 NYC. And on Wednesday, come by 7 p.m. to peep the next segment of GG's. Holly and Nars, they both have emotes on our channel, so sub. are going the fuck in on Rocket Arena. So
We
get the
got a
whole fucking
giveaway
scoop.
next week is long tied in with their streams. And Kooly, of course,
yeah.
where can people find you?
I am KoolySmiley on all social media except for Twitter. So KoolySmiley, Koolysmiley on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And you can find me, and YouTube. And you can find me on Twitter using my real name, Laurel Rothamel, LaurelRothamel.
Amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, thanks for being here. Gabe, thanks as always for being my co-host.
Of course, dude. Anytime. I'm quitting next week.
Also,
I'm quitting next week.
Good, great. Shouts to Zune for holding us down on the boards through all those tech difficulties. Everyone, have a good night and get the fuck off my channel.
Spam faces in the raid.
Bye.
We got emotes.
I already hit the button.